Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my performance review of the Nike KD14. So this is Kevin Durant's 14th signature shoe with Nike, and this shoe is going for 150 bucks. So if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. Sadly, at the time of filming this video, only this colorway is available, and I think this colorway is pretty bad. It's actually kind of horrendous, but you know, we'll have to see, like, should you cop? So anyways, let's get it started off with the Tracciones, and it is freaking top tier. It's incredible, it's amazing, whatever you guys want to call it. It's really freaking good, right? So I played on a lot of surfaces. So I played on outdoor court a couple of times, and then I got a gym membership, and I played on a really dirty court, super dusty and very dirty on the 24-hour fitness court, which they don't really clean. And then I didn't really play on it though. I was just more like kind of shooting around, even though I wasn't allowed to. So take that with a grain of salt, but it was biting on that really dirty floor, which is a good thing. And then I was playing on the new court. Like, I found a new gym. The basketball court is open there and it's super clean. They keep the courts, it's extremely clean. There's no dirt, no dust, and it was biting insanely well on that surface. So, I mean, yeah, bite, you're not gonna have any issues. Whatever surface you're playing on, it was amazing, right? And on dust, I really didn't have to wipe, you know, but again, take that with a grain of salt because I didn't have like full runs or anything. But from what I was seeing, it was just a really good bite overall. Maybe you'd probably have to wipe every once in a while, but that's probably about it. So traction is top tier, and like if you look at the outsole pattern, it looks really weird. It's just a variety of lines, like curvy lines, and they're super long, and it feels like it wouldn't be very durable, and it's actually kind of durable, right? It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but you definitely shouldn't be like maining this ball shoe on outdoor court, right? Like especially here in the forefoot, and like where the ball of my foot is, with the highway area, it is kind of fraying off, it is kind of ripping off a little bit. But again, like I said, I didn't play outdoors that much. I feel like I played outdoors maybe like 3 or 4 times. So durability, not the best, but like the occasional use, you should be okay. But like I said, this traction is top tier. It's freaking amazing. All right, moving on to the heel to toe transition, super smooth as well. You have a nice curve shape, a very rounded shape, as well as an exposed midsole. This midsole is cushion, so it compresses a lot. It doesn't feel clunky or anything at all here in the heel. In the forefoot, it also feels very nice. You know, you have a nice curved shape as well as a lot of forefoot flex. So when you're running on the court, it feels ultra smooth, feels very fluid, and the shoe doesn't feel clunky at all. All right, moving on to the cushioning setup. It's easily like my favorite cushioning setup right now. Yeah, easily, right? So we have a full-length Cushlon midsole, which is super nice. You know, it does bottom out pretty quickly, so just watch out for that. But for the most part, it's still quite soft here in the heel. And then you have a full-length Zoom Strobel unit right underneath your foot, and that's super bouncy, right? So you get a nice quick bounce, and then you have a nice soft midsole, which feels really nice. So when you're playing and running and whatnot, you get that nice bounce from the Zoom Strobel, but then when you're landing hard, you get extra impact protection from this Cushlon midsole, and it just feels really good. I love it. I don't think it's too much or anything. You know, it's just the right amount for me. I feel like it doesn't feel laggy. It feels fast. I felt responsive in it. Court feel is still pretty good, and I just like how it feels overall. I feel like if they made the Cushlon a little bit thicker, it would have been a little too much, maybe a little too soft, and I feel like it would have been a little bit laggy at that point. But they thinned it out, and they just did a great job, right? So impact protection, amazing. Bounce, super bouncy. Court feel, very good court feel. And just a really nice and comfortable underfoot cushioning as well. You can feel the Zoom Strobel when you're walking around. If you want to walk around and wear this shoe casually, you definitely can. It's super comfortable. So I absolutely love this cushioning setup. All of you guys have to try it. All right, moving on to the materials. So we have like it's a little bit of a screen mesh with some kind of like cheap felt material overlays for like this leopard print colorway. But overall, it's really thin, you know, so it feels great on foot. It's soft, it conforms to your foot, it feels minimal, and it stays really thin throughout this entire upper. Coming back here into the ankle area, we have a good amount of padding, so that feels good on ankle. And then for the tongue, we have an average amount of padding, I would say, as well. The strap is kind of annoying though. The strap, I mean, it's probably just for design purposes, and I do like how it looks with this Nike swoosh on the side, but lacing up your shoe is annoying. You know, it kind of just gets in the way. I wish they would have made it so that like when you open up the strap, it would just stay like this and just not be in the way, but it doesn't, it goes like that. So you kind of have to like keep it out of the way when you're tying your shoes. Not a huge deal, but it's kind of annoying. And also another thing that I hate about the strap, or I guess just this Velcro, is that this is Velcro. This is the part that messes up your laces. So it sticks to your laces and just ruins it. So I wish they would have switched, you know, the Velcro. I wish this Velcro piece was on the actual strap, and then the softer Velcro was here so that the laces wouldn't get stuck to it and get messed up. Of course, that has nothing to do with performance, and it's not a huge deal, but something to note there. It was just something that I felt was kind of annoying. But the overall materials feel great, you know, super minimal on foot. I love how it feels here in the forefoot and here in the midfoot. Coming up here into the tongue and ankle area, you have a little bit of padding, which improves the comfort. All right, moving on to the fit. The fit is perfect for me. I love how KD's fit. So I went true to size, and it fits pretty much exactly the same as the KD13. So very, very, very snug, right? So here in the toe box, I can't even curl my toes up. That's how snug this shoe fits. So I mean, if you try the KD13 and you know what size you are in that, pretty much go the same exact size here in the KD14. So like I said, true to size, length, I'm good. Super snug here in the toe box, and width wise, it is quite narrow. So if you have a wide foot, probably go up a full size. But for me, it fits like a glove. I absolutely love it. All right, moving on to the support and lockdown. So this midfoot strap, like as you guys all know, I don't really like straps all too much that go just one way. But here in the midfoot, if you tighten the strap like pretty tight, you can feel the strap tightening and improving the lockdown a little bit here in the midfoot, which I kind of like. And also I love the design of the strap going this way onto the lateral side of the shoe, because some shoes like the Kyrie 2 would go the opposite way, right? So if it went the opposite way, for example, like the Kyrie 2, when I guess run, I guess I'm a little clumsy or something, but when I run, it goes like this, right? And it hits the strap, and this strap would come undone a good amount for me when I'm playing on the Kyrie 2. So I guess that's a good thing that they made it go to the lateral side. But I seriously think the shoe would have been well off without this strap. But anyways, that's just my opinion. Also, as far as lateral containment goes, I had zero issues. You know, like I said, I was a little worried about the forefoot a little bit in my first impressions, but I had no issues with that. My forefoot was contained. Here in the midfoot, we have this plastic piece that says Air Zoom, and it kind of looks like a zoom unit a little bit. So we have that plastic piece acting as a lateral counter here in the midfoot. And here in the heel, we have an internal TPU heel counter as well as the foam coming up. So lateral containment, I was good. And for lateral stability, I'm good as well. The midsole and outsole do protrude out. There's really no outrigger, but it does protrude out and it does widen the base. So I had no issues with lateral instability. And then as far as the ankle support, I mean, this is kind of like a mid-cut shoe. And there is a little bit. It restricts ankle movement just a tiny bit. I wouldn't say it's incredible, you know. So if you're looking for ankle support, this shoe doesn't provide that much, but it inhibits ankle movement just a little bit. So I guess that's a good thing. But for the most part, it pretty much feels like a low top shoe. All right, moving on to the weight of the shoe. If I remember correctly, it was like 13 ounces? Oh no, 12.49. So basically 12.5 ounces. So that's average weight for my shoes, and it feels great. You know, it doesn't feel super duper light, you know, comparing it to like the Curry 8s and stuff like that. But it doesn't feel heavy at all. And it definitely does not feel bulky at all either. You know, nothing really protrudes out or anything. It's pretty streamlined to your foot. And also when you're playing in it, you feel really, really fast and very, very quick because of the bouncy zoom unit. And also it's just a really supportive shoe, and the traction is phenomenal. So when you're playing in it, you really don't have to worry about feeling slow or laggy or anything. Moving on to the ventilation. Ventilation is pretty good, right? So like I mentioned, this material is quite thin. It allows for a very, very small amount of airflow. So ventilation wasn't the best, but I would say ventilation is pretty good. All right, moving on to the aesthetics. I don't like it all too much. I feel like it's because of this colorway. I really don't like this leopard print or whatever. I'll have to see on like the other colorways that come out. The overall silhouette is okay. I mean, the medial side of the shoe looks terrible, right? I don't like how it looks, but I don't really care if it looks bad because this shoe performs incredibly well. So wrapping things up, 150 bucks, get it. Even if it was 200 bucks, I would say get it. This shoe performs incredibly well. I would say it caters towards a lot of play styles as well. You know, if you're a big guy, you get good cushion, you get good support. If you're a smaller guard looking for a fast shoe, this shoe is light, you get minimal materials. It's a responsive shoe with really good traction. So pretty much anyone can play in it, and I feel like most people will enjoy playing in the shoe. This is easily, I would say, one of my favorite shoes to play in right now, and probably like top 2, maybe even number 1 in my list right now. I absolutely love playing the KD14. It's super duper nice. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check out the KD14. As you guys can tell, I like this shoe a lot. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.